This message is for my son and all the other 20-somethings that think voting doesn't matter. This message is for my Republican and MAGA friends, including my mother, who think that left-leaning political people have no family values or are just crazy. And it's for the people who think in terms of them and us. There's only we the people, although it's shaping up to be the ultra-rich and the rest of us. Middle class is quickly going away. I'm old enough to remember the Reagan years and the trickle-down economy thought process. I thought it was ridiculous then, and now 40 years later, it's playing out on the big screen. For those that don't remember it, it went something like this. The fewer taxes the rich and the corporations pay, the more money there will be in the economy, and these people will spend it on goods and services, hire more employees, and the riches will trickle down through the economy. That didn't happen. My friends, greed breeds greed. It does not breed fairness or any thoughts, but more. I believe our family farmers are starting to feel the effects of this new administration and allowing a billionaire outsider South African native like Musk to decide what's important in our country. I believe our schools will feel the effects soon. There's been only a little over a month and there's already talk of getting rid of free and reduced school breakfast and lunch. Not everyone in society is going to be able to fit in or care for themselves. There will always be a small percent that need help or assistance for a short time or a longer time. That's just the way it is. Some are born differently or grow up in difficult situations and need help in some way. I grew up on public assistance, food stamps, free school breakfast and lunch, government housing, and health care. I wouldn't have eaten some days if I didn't have free school meals. I made my way out of it through education, government grants, and student loans. My friends, my countrymen, we're living through an important time in this country's democratic political system. I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer, and I surely don't have all the answers. But I know that we need to stand together and not apart to get our elected officials to not tear down our country. We need to vote, we need to protest, and we need to demand that they not dismantle all the good things that this country has going for it. Yes, there are some improvements that could be made in many different programs, but to just chuck them out is only going to make things worse for everyone. Let me get back to voting. Your vote, especially locally, is important. For all the things close to your home, your city, your state, the states have a lot of power in our political system. How is your city handling the homeless situation? This is only going to get worse as more people are pushed out onto the streets because federal programs are being cut. How is your city and state handling the taxes they're bringing in? This shows the importance of your vote. For us on the West Coast, Washington, D.C. is far away, and it's easy to ignore the federal government. But the people we vote in represent us way over here. And it's important to make sure that they are representing us in the way that we want. I know most of us are overworked, underpaid, busy trying to keep up with the lifestyle that some marketing company says we should be living. But my friends, we've got to wake up and start making some smarter choices. Our founding fathers were mainly rich white men who set up a system that they thought was fair. And at the time it worked, but we have improved upon it in so many ways in the coming decades to make it fairer for all. Oh, it's not perfect, and that's what voting is about. That's what discourse is about. Just chucking everything out is not the way forward. I'm speaking to the ladies now. We do not need old white men to tell us what is right and wrong. We cannot let them dismantle systems that help ourselves and our children, especially in times of trouble. We have got to come together and stand against this in any small way we can. I know you're tired, overworked, overscheduled, but this is important. In any small way you can start to think about this or educate yourself on this time we are in is important. Maybe talking about what's going on in D.C. with your neighbor or the person you're sitting next to at your child's soccer game. Talk about your state's taxes and what's going on. Have the girls over for a political discussion and listen to each other's side and see if they can come to a consensus. You can do that with a glass of wine in your hand. That's what the politicians are supposed to do, not follow some megalomaniac out of fear of never being voted in again. Wasn't it Musk who told some politicians that he would use his billions to make sure they never get voted back in if they didn't follow what was coming down the pipeline from the president? Isn't that blackmail or coercion? Isn't that illegal? I don't mind if you don't think the same way I do. That's fine. We can talk about it, and I can listen to your side, and I hope you can listen to mine. We might find common ground. But we have got to become more politically astute and invested in our country, or it's going to change in ways that may not be pretty. Any small way you can encourage others to start paying attention to what is happening is important. It's going to have to be a change from the ground up, because that trickle-down shit doesn't work. I look forward to your comments. It has to be a civil discourse. If it gets too nasty, I'll delete them. Bye for now.